This is the Blackhall Mountain Lookout in the Sierra Madre Mountains of Wyoming in Colorado. At just under 11,000 feet, it is one of the most beautiful fire lookouts that I've ever come across. We're excited to spend the next 2 days enjoying the views, exploring the area, but more so experiencing a thunderstorm here in the mountains. Thunderstorms are extremely common in the mountains here. In fact, the lookout itself is protected against lightning strikes. And so we're looking forward to experiencing a storm here at high altitude in the Sierra Madres. Right now we're about 2 miles away from our lookout cabin on this bumpy road, which is just working its way up to the summit. So they recommend four-wheel drive to get up here. And this last section is the only time I'm seeing where you definitely need it. Whew. A lot of jagged rocks. That's the only thing that actually, worries me is the jagged rocks. But we're almost there.
Oh shoot.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here. So the lookout's right there, and we're at a kind of a standstill here. So Rye's gonna get out and take Olivia out, who's just nicely reading her book right now. Come on, Elle. I think if I get past this though, right here, we're good. What I think I'm gonna have to do is back up a little bit, come back a different approach, come around this way. I'm glad you guys are out of the car. And then if I just get up here, we're good to get up to the top. Holy moly.
That was crazy.
Did that look nuts?
Yeah, it looked like the whole entire truck was about to tip over. Hopefully it's
probably
going down.
Yeah, it probably looks worse than it actually was, but yeah. This is so great, you guys. Stay, Al. We're going up this way. Wow. You just feeling nervous? Yeah, it's understandable.
Anxiety because I don't like heights.
It's okay. You're doing a great job. All right, guys, so this is it. We are at the Blackhall Mountain Lookout. As you can see, it's a bit of an adventure just getting up here. But once you do, you are welcomed with just panoramic views of the Sierra Madre range from inside the cabin here. As you can see, we've got a queen size bed here. We've got 2 bunk beds. There is a propane heater and cook stove. However, they said before we came here that the propane was not working, so we brought our own. And then you got a nice table here overlooking the mountains. Pretty sweet. And as you can see, we've got some lights that we're gonna be able to use later, which will be really, really nice as well. This thing was originally built to be a fire lookout. The Forest Service would have people up here scanning the horizon for smoke or fires, and then they would be able to report those fires to crew members. Now, they do still use the lookout here to spot fires every now and then, but the majority of the time it is available for people like us to come up and spend a few nights. How you doing, Olivia? You having fun?
So Jack kind of told me something funny, or he asked me something. He's like, "Are you glad that you married me?" And you know, he was joking, but being married to him really gets me out of my comfort zone. I would never think to do anything like this if it wasn't for Jack. And so God knew exactly what I needed in a spouse. He really helps me in a lot of ways, helps me overcome a lot of my fears and encourages me through them. So very, very grateful.
All right, we're all set for a little fire after dinner. We decided to do pretty easy things for meals up here because it's tough to get stuff up the hill out there. So tonight for dinner, we're just having some good old-fashioned brats.
Just cooking in the sky, no big deal. Lord, thank you for this meal, and I pray that you just keep us safe tonight. Amen. 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 Yay! High five. Yeah.
So obviously, you guys, the wind is whipping, and usually those are not the right conditions for having a fire, but this is a propane fireball, meaning it's a direct flame coming from propane. There's zero sparks. There's nothing that can get out of hand and start a fire around here. In fact, this fireball is made to be used when there are fire restrictions in place. So it's incredibly safe, and that's why I brought it on this trip. Gonna show you guys a new upgrade that we have to our setup here that makes these types of trips so much easier and nicer. We have a fridge. Check this out. We're able to open this thing up. Got milk, which I should bring up for Olivia. And we've got creamer for Rye and food for Ellie. Good girl. So my original plan for the day was to drive down to a trailhead, which is only like a mile or so away, and hike into the Encampment River and do some fishing. Well, due to the road conditions coming up here, I think I'd rather just leave the truck. And so I think we're gonna do a family hike down into the flats down here. And then I'm also gonna do some scrambling over on this rock face over there, which looks really, really sick. All right, this looks like a good spot to let Olivia out. So again, we're in the Sierra Madre mountain range in Wyoming. It also goes down into Colorado. There are a few small towns around where we are right now that popped up due to copper mining in the area. But there was also a tiny little gold rush way back in the day. Ooh, and in fact, got a little artifact here. It's an old can of some sorts. We're not supposed to litter out here, but once a piece of garbage like this, I mean, that's really what this is, has been there for, I think it's like 40 or 50 years, it becomes part of the history of the area, and you're supposed to leave it where you find it.
Dada.
Yeah. All right guys, now before we continue, I want to share this week's video sponsor, Good Chop. And just a reminder, sponsors really help this channel. They believe in what we're doing enough to support us, and for that, we're extremely grateful. We are a family of meat eaters, and we're always looking for the best meat that we can find at a decent price. Well, thankfully, Good Chop is here to help find quality meats at an affordable price point. They're fully customizable boxes of high quality meat and seafood, and it's delivered right to your front door. The products are vacuum sealed and flash frozen at peak freshness, so you can stock your freezer and cook it when you want. It not only saves us money, but it saves time as well. We don't have to bounce from different stores trying to find the quality meats that we want at our price point. I personally love the chicken wings, but the New York strip was incredible. There's just nothing quite like a fat, juicy steak. So if you want to give it a try, you can go to goodchop.com/YouTube and use my code TCL130, or click the link in the caption below to get $130 off across your first 4 boxes. Good Chop has been a blessing to us because it gives us more opportunities to get together as a family. There's just something about a barbecue to bring everyone together. That's goodchop.com/YouTube, code TCL130 to receive $130 off your first 4 boxes. And with that, I want to thank Good Chop for sponsoring this video. So for dinner tonight, I'm whipping up some chorizo quesadillas. Again, very simple, but should taste pretty good. Lion. So just after dinner, we had this little rainstorm pop up that's still kind of here, but it's kind of gone down to a little bit of a drizzle. But if you look out in front of us, we've got rain coming in every direction. The wind is pushing in this way, and I think we're starting to get that storm moving in. If you take a look, it's actually sleet. It's pretty cool being up here for this. Well, it seems like we're going to be getting rain for the foreseeable future. It's not whiskey, but I'll take it. See that? Someone doesn't mind the storm. Well, we're all just hunkered down in bed. Rye's already sleeping, actually, or she's trying to. But we're just kind of watching the storm. It's crazy.
It's a ducky in the bathtub. What's that?
Well, guys, the storm sort of dissipated last night, but it just turned into a bunch of wind. So we are up nice and early, but that's okay because it's time to pack up and get out of here. This was such an incredible experience. You know, I've had the opportunity to stay up at fire towers like this a few times, and it's just surreal. I really think it's cool that the Forest Service opens up these structures for people like us to be able to come and stay. It's another reason why the national parks and our protected lands here are America's best idea. You don't have to pay $500 a night to stay here. It's very affordable, and just about anybody can come out and do it, and that's the way it should be. I want to thank our patrons for generously donating to this channel, but to all of you who watch our videos, thank you so much. It's such a blessing to be able to do this with my family and to share the experiences with you. But that is it till next week. We'll see you then. God bless.